The Packers may have lost in Denver, but it's always a win-win here on Cheese and Packers. Chris Barriere with Kelly Price and our guest from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, Michael Cohen. Mike, thanks for being here again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. So, I want to start it tonight with the old classic Wisconsin cheddar. It's smooth the way you might say a Kentrell Bryce interception last night was. That guy's having a heck of a camp.
Yeah, he really has. And this is a guy that made the team last year as an undrafted free agent, largely because he's a tremendous athlete. You know, his college tape wasn't what you expect from an X's and O's standpoint, but his athleticism jumps off the page. Speed, vertical leap, physicality. And you saw all of that with the interception, where he catches the ball, runs from one side of the field to the other, makes it within 2 yards of the end zone.
To the offensive side of the ball, Montgomery had a touchdown last night. He's now the only running back with a rushing touchdown. Was that what you wanted to see for him, or did he kind of leave something to be desired there?
Well, I think the touchdown itself was really important because this is a guy that has never really been tested in those short yardage situations. And for him to be able to plow forward, extend the ball with one arm like you want to see, hold on to it, get over the goal line through contact, I think that was really important. And then you add in the 25-yard run he had really early in the game, and I think that's sort of the explosiveness that they're looking for to mix with the power that he has physically.
Kelly, what's this cheese called again?
The Manchego cheese.
Manchego. It is a Spanish cheese. It is a little flaky at times. And speaking of flaky, the offensive line has looked just that a couple of times. Jason Spriggs, another tough game for him. What's going on in the line?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for whoever does the quarterback's laundry. Their jerseys are so dirty these days with sacks. And so, I mean, Spriggs is a guy that was a second-round pick last year that they traded up for. So it's a guy that you expect a lot out of. He's supposed to be, you know, maybe even the heir apparent at left tackle if anything ever happens to David Bakhtiari. And he just seems to really struggle, especially with inside rushes. And so he gave up at least one sack yesterday. Kyle Murphy was okay, but then even David Bakhtiari, the starter, had a little bit of a rough performance. What they have on the interior right now, and the backup unit especially, is a real cause for concern.
Something else they maybe need to shore up is outside linebacker. Not a huge amount of depth there. You actually had some news today that Ahmad Brooks from the 49ers is going to be taking a visit to Green Bay. What do you think of that, and are you excited to see him kind of come here?
So I think this is like the first sign that the coaches are sort of realizing that they're in some trouble there. Or they may have realized it earlier, but they just didn't want to admit it and wanted to give some of their younger guys the benefit of the doubt. But when you're bringing in a 33-year-old that just got cut by another team, it sort of shows you a little bit where they're at behind Clay Matthews and Nick Perry. And so if they decide to sign Brooks, it's a guy that brings veteran leadership and consistency. He's had 5 or more sacks in at least the last 5 or 6 years. But the other piece of this puzzle is Vince Beagle, the rookie outside linebacker. He's sort of the mystery man that has been injured since rookie minicamp when he had foot surgery. They're waiting for him to get healthy and add some more depth.
One more preseason game left to go here, Michael. What do you expect against the Rams on Thursday?
A lot of rest for the starters. This is where probably the last 4 or 5 spots on that 53-man roster get figured out, and the 10 spots on the practice squad. So you're going to see a lot of rookies, a lot of undrafted rookies, giving it everything they have, because for some of them, this might be the last chance they ever get in the NFL.
Bubbles will be burst. Other players will achieve their lifelong dreams of becoming a member of the NFL. Michael, thanks so much for joining us, and please help yourself to some cheese.